Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. I am taking a look at some of the special features to the digital release of Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I gotta say, I am loving this. I mean, one thing that I noticed was Mike Dougherty, who did Godzilla King of the Monsters. He confirmed a theory that I had way back in March, before Godzilla even came out. And, or not March, but back in the first or second, it was after the second trailer. That's right, the second trailer, where I had more stuff to go on because, to be honest, the Godzilla marketing really oversold the hype. Especially for Godzilla fans, they showed way too much of the movie in the trailers and TV spots and all that stuff, but it's Godzilla, so it's going to be majorly hyped. And I understand that, but it also cost them because Godzilla did not do as good as people wanted it to do. I wish it would have made $1 billion, but sadly, Godzilla had to contend with Disney. And Disney is a very greedy and selfish corporation. That being said, Mike Dougherty confirmed, or I did this, I did POVs, theoretical POVs, stories that I wrote down, and I sent to him, and I sent them to a bunch of different YouTubers like Al Theory and D-Man 1954, and even Gomaru Island, and others, just to see what they thought of the theories, because this was before the movies came out. And I did one on Mothra's awakening, how she was, or how she expected to see the fairies, and how she remembered her previous incarnations of her past lives, and whatnot. And watching the special features of Godzilla King of the Monsters on my Kindle here, Mike Dougherty states that Mothra's memories are passed down genetically, meaning she remembers everything from her previous lives. And I'm like, wow, he just seriously confirmed my theory before I even knew any of that months before it happened. And that is so freaking cool. He also confirmed it on Twitter a while back, and that's when I also heard about it. But to have it as part of the movie, special features, that's one thing I love about movies is special features. That's why I'm not really a big fan of Netflix, because you don't get the special features like the making of, documentaries, bloopers, and all that stuff. But back to this story. When you're a huge fan like I am of something like Godzilla, and you know monsters like Mothra, Ghidorah, Rodan, Anguirus. Sadly, he wasn't in this movie. But when you know these monsters, and you know other monsters too, and you feel that you can maybe do a little tiny fan fiction of them, you have the sense that you can really possibly guess where something is. Maybe you can't sometimes, because I did a pretty good one or POV story on Rodan as well. For the most part, it was pretty accurate. But it also had parts that wasn't accurate. Ghidorah's awakening I thought was pretty good. It wasn't accurate to what happens in the movie, but mine was pretty decent. And I even got a shout out from, well, not a shout out, but a response from D-Man 1954. His channel is on YouTube as well. He's younger than me, but he's way bigger fan of Godzilla. I mean, this guy, he buys all sorts of stuff. But he actually responded to my POV when I asked a bunch of them, what'd you guys think of this? I know it's probably not going to be accurate, but what do you guys think? And he's like, I love how you use the term we when it came to addressing Ghidorah. Because Ghidorah has 3 heads. They're all independent. Sorry for the arm shake. And it's like, this is a channel that I like watching, so it's pretty cool that I got a small response back from him. And yeah, when it comes to Godzilla and having the Mothra theory that I did, basically accurate in how she remembers her previous lives, that was something that really filled me with joy and pride, because I was proud that I actually had a theory that was confirmed by the director to be actually true. Now, he didn't directly confirm it to me. He confirmed it to everybody through Twitter. But it was still cool that I actually managed to call something like that before the movie came out. Or before that information came out, because it's not really established in the movie that she knows her previous incarnations or she remembers them. But it is established that she did lay an egg. I mean, he also confirmed later on that between Boston and when she showed up with her God rays, she flew back to China, or to the forest in China, and laid an egg. So we will hopefully see Mothra again in the Monsterverse, which I would absolutely love to see, because I would honestly love to see her in Kong versus Godzilla, because you know that Kong is an alpha and Godzilla is an alpha. Them fighting each other, they're both sort of guardians of humanity in a sense. I mean, Kong, he doesn't care about stuff going on outside of his island. He wants to be left alone. He's always been a loner. But he does protect the Iwis, or the indigenous people to Skull Island. And he protects the life around Skull Island, like the giant water buffalo and other creatures. But there are also creatures like the skull crawlers that he has to fight against, so yeah. But yeah, it would be cool if she actually came in to intercede between Godzilla and Kong, but I don't think that will be the case. From what I've understood and heard, they only got the rights to the other three, Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah, for King of the Monsters only. But I do love that they set up possibilities for later movies. Because if the Monsterverse is successful, we will see more. Or they said that we will see more movies. And I really hope so, because this is something that I am really passionate about. I love Godzilla. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think it's pretty cool that I actually had a theory of mine that turned out to be correct months before the information came out? I mean, I was actually very psyched and very hyped up about that, because that is something that's pretty cool to learn. What do you guys think about the Monsterverse? Do you like the Monsterverse? Do you like Godzilla King of the Monsters? Did you like Godzilla 2014? Did you like Kong Skull Island? Have you read any of the graphic novels that take place in between the movies? Let me know in the comments below. Are you a Monsterverse fan? Now, if you guys are new, that's the video. If you guys are new here, click that bell to stay notified of future videos. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. I'll catch y'all on the next one.